Hey, everybody, Jack B here. Many of you know me as B. After 40 years behind the microphone as a club and mobile DJ, I'm bringing that same energy right here to Main Street. Welcome to Voices on Main Street. This is where local businesses get a real voice and a real spotlight. So let's get into it. Before we dive in, I want to take a minute and talk about why we do this. Our mission at Voices on Main Street is to help local businesses grow their visibility, strengthen their influence, and build real authority right here in the community. We shine the spotlight, but it takes the whole Voices on Main Street family to actually lift them up. So stick around. I'll show you how we give our guests the Voices on Main Street family boost. Now, right alongside that, we do have something we call our Voices for the Voiceless, and that's our commitment to support no kill, no research animal shelters, rescues, and adoption facilities. The folks who are out there protecting animals that can't speak for themselves. So when you listen to the show, you're not just hearing business stories, you're part of a bigger effort to give a real voice and real support to people and organizations that don't have a big marketing budget or a media machine behind them. And yes, sometimes if it sounds or looks like I'm reading this, I am, because this is important that I get this right for our guests, for our community, and for the animals and organizations we care about. All right. Today's episode is a good one. I'm sitting down with two of the founders who turns moments into memories and blank spaces into wow moments. If you've ever planned a birthday, a baby shower, a wedding, a corporate event, or anything that matters, you already know how overwhelming it can be. Today, we're taking event decorating, creativity, teamwork, and what it really takes to bring a vision to life. And joining me today, Brown and Anajae Council, two of the founders of Three Moms Company. These ladies do amazing event decorating and planning, and they're known for creating setups that don't just look good, they feel intentional, personal, and unforgettable. Now, based out in New Bedford and Providence, Three Moms Co services the greater surrounding areas, bringing professional design, thoughtful planning, and serious attention to detail to every event they touch. From concept to cleanup, they help take the stress off your plate so you can actually enjoy the celebration. Now, here's why you're going to want to stick around for this one. We're talking about more than just balloons and backdrops. We're diving into how great planning changes the entire event experience, the difference between just decorating and truly designing an event, and what people should know before hiring an event decorator planner. So let's jump in and meet our guests. Lexi, Anajae, welcome to Voices on Main Street. How are you both doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank
Awesome.
you. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Oh, you know how excited I am. I'd love to see y'all's family here. So we get started. This is one of my favorite traditions here on Voices on Main Street, and we call it passing the mic. Now, every guest doesn't just tell a story, they leave behind a question for the next business coming down Main Street. So it's how we keep the conversation connected, episode to episode, around real impact, not just business talk. Now, the question that was left for you was by Anthony Tank Bryant from Creating Empowerment Solutions. Tank works with everyday people to help them reduce monthly expenses, especially around things like phone service, internet, and digital essentials, while also creating opportunities for long-term residual income without hyper pressure. What made his episode powerful was the way he talked about people before profit and how small adjustments inside a business can make a real difference in someone's day-to-day life. So this question isn't theoretical. It comes from someone actively thinking about impact, not just revenue. So now here's the question that Tank passed forward. Based on the everyday activities of your company, what type of adjustments can you make that would impact the lives of your client base the most? Now, you can take this however you want, big changes, small changes. The goal here isn't perfection, it's awareness, intention. Who's going to answer that question for us?
Well, you know what?
Somebody.
We have done a lot of research for all of the looks that we've done. And the reason why we do as much research as we do is to try to figure out how to justify bringing the pricing down for certain budgets. So we have some clients, because again, we're dealing with a lot of moms, right? So we know that not everybody has the budget for these luxurious grand backdrops and like the decorations that we see and that we've been charged by other decorators, but we want that feeling still for every budget. And that's been the focal point of our work, is making sure that that feeling and that design and that effort is still put into every budget. Doing the research that allowed us to figure out where we can cut costs, where we can make designs come to life for a lesser budget, so that we can still have something to offer for individuals who don't have the larger scale budget, which I think opens up our client base, but also is really impactful for that population, the population that we came from, right?
Right.
Because we don't come from, well off. We're not trust fund babies. We've grown up and had to earn everything we have, just like our parents did. Making sure that families that look like ours and look like the ones that we came from can also have that feeling and that luxe vibe and energy for their special moments.
Which
Excellent.
is how
Excellent. Let's,
essentially our business came to be is,
Yep.
okay, we don't have the budget to just hire out and have a decorator doing these parties for us, our baby showers, the kids' birthdays, and everything. So, what research can we do, and how can we put together this type of business and event for ourselves to be able to do it? And now, how does that translate into the outside world where other moms that are struggling just like us can enjoy an event and make it look like this beautiful Instagram worthy, TikTok worthy event while not having to break the bank? So for us, it's always about like affordability, but still
Yes.
making it look
awesome.
luxury for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And folks, that's exactly why we pass the mic, because these questions make us better. Now, remember, ladies, you're going to leave a question for our next business owner guest at the end of the show. So thank you. I appreciate that insight into your organization. Okay. Now, moving right along. This segment is designed to match how people actually talk to Google, Siri, Alexa, and what they type into the search, right? So we call this people are asking, and this is where we ask the real questions people are asking, and they're asking Google, Siri, Alexa, you name it. My favorite is ChatGPT right now. I actually designed
Same.
it. so
Same.
so these are the exact kind of searches someone would use when they're trying to find a party decorator, right? Or an event planner. So just so you know, these ladies can do both. I believe their passion is decorating, but if you need a complete event plan, they can handle it very easily. All right. These are 10 questions that people are asking. Okay. So, Lexi, I'm going to have you go first, and then Anajae, the next question, I'll reverse it. So, Lexi, what does an event decorator actually do?
We bring your vision to life. So if you have a theme, you start with an event. Let's say it's a birthday party. It's your child's first birthday party. You give us a theme that you have in mind. And if you have a budget, some folks do, some folks don't like to share that, and that's okay. And we come up with ideas and designs for how we can make that theme come to life for your event. So that can include welcome signs or entrance displays, we like to call them, which include custom signage, balloons, florals, whatever goes with your theme. That includes focal points, which is the backdrops that we mention a lot. We've gotten into doing treat tables, which are really fun. So treats, decorated treats, balloons, signage there. We can decorate the bar if you have a bar there, bar signs. We can do guest tables, centerpieces. So it's really, the options are endless depending on how involved you want us to be. But we do top to bottom, whatever we're doing, we start with a mock up and well, we start with inspirations. We look for inspos, we look for ideas, we make sure we're on the same page with you, and then we use that information to design. And then from there,
Excellent.
you give us the green light and we bring it to life.
That's excellent. Excellent. Let me ask you the question. Anajae, what does an event decorator actually do?
So we do everything to make your vision come to life. We do the centerpieces, the backdrops, the welcome signs, the dessert, anything that you kind of have in your inspiration for how you want your party to look, we can do it for you. And we'll do all the physical stuff and the buying so that you walk into an event and you love it. All you have to do is hand us your credit card.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. The second question
Love
we're going
that.
to ask, and this one we're going to start. We're going to start with Anajae, and then Lexi, you're going to give me the Instagram moment. Okay.
Oh, that's
So
hard.
this question is, yes, exactly. So you got to listen closely what Anajae says, and then you got to come up with it quick.
I got
So,
it.
again,
I'm
don't
long
worry
winded.
about it. All right. Anajae, this question is for you.
Okay.
How much does event decorating cost?
So it all depends on what you're looking for. Obviously, the more extravagant you want the event, the more money it's going to cost. So if you're doing just a backdrop, it'll cost you, for us personally, it'll cost you between like three to 1,200, depending on how extravagant you want to get. Single arches, multiple flower walls, shimmer walls, customization, like we have it all. And then same with centerpieces. How many people are you bringing? How many guests are you seating? Do you want centerpieces, tablecloths? Do you want chair sashes, all of that? And then how many desserts do you want to get? So I can't tell you that there is a clear cut answer on how much it costs because there's so much that goes into it. So it really just depends on what you're looking for and how full on of an event you'd like to do. We've done full events where we've done the tables, the dessert, the backdrop, the welcome sign, and then we've done events where we just do a simple arch for people. So it all just depends on your budget and your, what we like to call priorities with clients. What are your non-negotiables? And what do you like need to have, and what do you know you don't have the capacity or the ability to do yourself, so you want us to do it for you?
I see. All right. So I mean that is a very broad category. Um, so it's kind of depending upon what I have for a budget and what I have for a vision. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So I'm going to make this really hard for Lexi. Let's see if you can simplify that and maybe reframe it around the scale. So Lexi, let me ask you this: How much does event decorating cost?
Lowest tier that we have for pricing will be $85 for a grab and go, which is something that we create with balloons and you pick it up and you go. Aside from that, for your actual events, they are going to range minimum 350 and can go up as high as 6,000 depending on how big of a scale your event is and how many elements you want us involved in.
Excellent. Very
That was
good.
great.
Very good. Very good. All right, and I'm going to keep you on the spotlight, Miss Lexi.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of works right into what we were just talking about. The question is, can an event decorator work with a small budget?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you would like us to just do a balloon garland, we can do that. That's kind of what I mentioned when I mentioned the grab and goes, and that is probably the most affordable. That's for someone who might want to do an arch themselves or might not even want an arch and just want a balloon garland. We do at home. We've done a lot of intimate dinner parties lately. It's intimate dinner party season, so that involves a cloth arch. So it's an arch with balloons. It looks lovely. It is on our lower tier. Um, it does the job still, and it still feels luxe. It's just the materials are more affordable for us. So we can do that at a smaller scale. That is when you're talking about your 350 budget. When you get into a one arch that's foam or wood, which is a little more pricey, we still do the one arches starting at 450. So those are still more affordable. Those have can include props and different layers to the one arch. They go up from there. So when we get into multiple walls and things like that, it gets higher. We have a range for every product. So if you want a welcome sign, there's a range on that. You can have a custom acrylic board that's going to be a little more. You can have a fabric welcome sign that's going to be a little more, or you can have a foam board welcome sign, which can still be customized. It's just the material is less for us. So that is going to be more affordable. So we can work with absolutely any budget and make any budget look absolutely fabulous.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
right.
fired.
And
You're
now I
fired.
get to put Anajae on the spot. Anajae, can an event decorator work with a small budget?
Absolutely. Basically, any budget you give us, we can work with. Materials just depend on what budget you give us.
All right. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And again, I'm gonna keep you in the spotlight there, Anajae. If I'm planning an event, how far in advance should I book an event decorator?
Us personally, we like at least 3 weeks notice because if you have a specific color palette, material you want to use, we need to be able to order it and it come in on time and us make sure that it actually works for your event. So we're not scattering around last minute to make sure that we have everything in line for you and that everything will work out well. We have done events with shorter notice and we have learned that 3 weeks is our deadline in order to do them.
Can I just
I
add to that?
understand.
So what
Yes. Well,
we
please do.
we are ambitious women, right? So when we want to be able to provide for whoever comes across our way. And so we had a client that had 1 week before their baby shower and they wanted several elements for their shower. Now I want to preface this with we made it happen. We lost a lot of hair in the process. And it's a lot going into dealing with rush fees because we don't know if things are going to get in on time. You have limited design options when we don't have enough time to make sure that we can get all the materials for your vision. We don't want to overpromise. And so it's very difficult to make what you want come to life when we don't have sufficient time.
I see. So it sounds like 3 weeks, even that's just pushing it. So 30 days. But most people do, right? I mean, most people give you so that much advance notice.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
All right. All right. I do want to capture, I'm going to come back to you, Lexi, with how far in advance should I book an event decorator?
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. You should book
Well,
three.
you know, hey, hey.
You should be booking 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks in advance to allow us to make sure we can gather all materials and effectively bring your vision to life.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you in the hot seat. And another
Okay.
question people are asking. Yeah, hey, I use it so find such joy in that. It keeps the spotlight off of me. Let me ask you this, Lexi. Do event decorators provide the decor, or you just set it up? What's the scoop with that?
We provide it all. We have had clients ask us, I bought these decorations. Can you just use them? We do not do that. Just because we have learned throughout our experience what materials are really going to get the job done. Not all balloons are made equal. Not all balloons are going to give you the look that you're looking for. They're not all going to last. They're not all going to add to your vision the way that you think. And that's the same for all materials. That's the same for the arches. That's the same for walls. That's the same for tablecloths. For literally across the board, we have learned through our experience what works and what doesn't, and what is not as seen on TV. So we don't like to use materials that we did not provide ourselves. So yes, so we provide all of it. You don't have to bring anything to it. The cost of the materials is built into your price. So you're not paying anything additional. Once we give you a price, you pay your deposit and we use your deposit to secure all materials. There's nothing you need to do other than pay us.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. And to sum it up for our guests on a J, do event decorators provide the decor or do they just set it up?
We provide everything and we will set it up for you. You do not have to provide us with anything besides your money.
Awesome. Excellent.
I
Excellent.
love
Thank
that.
you. That's gonna be your favorite clip. Uh,
I should
hey,
have been hands
honestly,
like Lexi.
right. Jay, my next question that people are asking: what types of events do event decorators handle?
So we've handled a very good amount of events. We've done graduations, baby showers, birthdays. We've done celebrations of life, retirement parties, birthday parties. Literally any event you can think of. Hey, my dog's turning one. I want a birthday party for him. Sure, I will paw print it up for you, buddy. Whatever you'd like. If you dream it and you want it as an event, go for it. Because I know the two of us make an event out of everything. So we don't shy from any type of event that there is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Lexi, to sum it up for us, so what types of events do event decorators handle?
Any type of event you would like us to handle, any moment that you want to make memorable, that you want to feel luxe, we are there to lux it up.
So excellent. Great response. All right. And Lexi, you're still on the spot here. What's the difference between an event decorator and an event planner?
So, an event planner will handle things like securing a venue, coordination of all the different elements. So, the venue, the food, so the catering, different elements of that nature, the timing, the invitations, things like that. An event decorator is really looking at the aesthetic and the design of it all. Now, again, we can do both. It just becomes more pricey when we add in both elements for you. So, a lot of our client base prefers just to deal with the decorations, but we can do both. And we do a lot of coordinating in our own right because we don't just do the backdrop, we're doing all these different elements of the event. So we are doing a lot of coordinating and designing between the two.
Excellent. Excellent. And Anajae, the 30-second version of what's the difference between an event decorator and an event planner?
So the event planner handles everything venue, invitation times, catering, all of that, where the decorator just handles the decorations, how everything looks, centerpieces, backdrops, all of that stuff.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, Anajae. Can you decorate outdoor or last minute event? So I hate and or questions. So can you decorate outdoor events?
Absolutely. We did mostly outdoor events in the summertime, which kind of sets us apart from other businesses in our area because I know a lot of people don't do them. It is a lot more difficult. Weather always plays a part. Material is always different because we have to make sure it's weather proof. But we've done them. All of our kids' events are mostly outdoors because we have summer and spring babies. I personally love outdoors most times. Summertime's a little bit rough, but we do them. It depends on the business and who wants to do them, but decorators can do them and we do them.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, Lexi, make it short and sweet for me. Can you decorate outdoor events?
Absolutely. Wherever you want this event to be, we can bring it to life.
That's
Rain or
awesome.
shine.
Awesome. Rain or
However,
shine. There you go.
Preferably
have a
shine.
tent if it's rain. Which we have had events that have ended up with rain. You have a tent, like Anajae's daughter's first birthday. There was raining on and off. And it was a gorgeous birthday. We just had lots of tents.
What you got to do.
Yes.
See, I got you still more in the hot seat. What decor trends are popular right now?
Ooh.
Was that for me?
That
So
was for you, Lexi.
the trends that I'm favoring right now that I think are really popping right now. We love the wallpaper looks, the floral, what is that? Like the Dior look. We love those. We also are really loving the Bobo balloon looks. So that's the clear balloons, which just elevate every look. And we're also loving, there's like the 3D walls. Everything is becoming like 3D, 4D, 5D right now, and we're obsessed with it. So, really, just adding dimensions to the designs is making all the difference.
Interesting.
I'd like to
Interesting.
add
Yeah. So,
It's your turn. Please do.
Anajae, what the,
my personal favorite trends right now are a lot of like the flower walls, like the 3D flower walls, adding florals into basically everything, whether it's the balloons or the centerpieces or like the floral towers are like really pretty. And then our vintage carriages are very popular that we put all the florals in. Everyone goes crazy about those. We actually got a couple more in inventory right now. So I'm excited to use those again. Those are very popular for like baby showers and stuff. It's like the cutest little touch to any theme, really.
Just to piggyback
oh,
on
sure.
that, not everyone has the carriages that we have. Okay. They are exclusive, they are vintage. There are, and I, no shade, no shade. I love the small carriages as well. But when we went hunting for carriages, we were just finding the ones that were like actual doll prams that were tiny. We ended up with really large carriages. There's a carriage that's almost my height. It's fantastic. I'm short, but it's fantastic. So I just want to add that there too. They're really popping carriages.
Now, all right. So, hey, we've got one more question, and I believe it's going to be Anajae that goes first. And so now, one more. People are asking, what should I have ready, or what should I know before hiring an event decorator?
So you should know your date, your location, your budget, your theme, and those are kind of like the general consensus ones. Everything kind of goes deeper into it after, but immediately when people book us, hey, I have an event. What's the event for? When's your event? What's your budget? What's your theme? And we can kind of go from there with them and working within the budget. Hey, we like this, we like that. And yeah, it's basically just like those few are like our first couple of questions that we have for everybody, and then we can kind of work because a lot of people don't know a lot about event decorating, which we have found. And so when we're like, hey, do you like X, Y, and Z, and they're like, I've never heard of that, I didn't even think of that, wait, I need to add this now, and stuff like that. So I've learned that a lot of people don't know much about decorating as they think they do until they start talking to us about it, which is amazing. Love it. But those general questions are number ones.
All right, all right, cool. So, can you sum that up for me, Lexi? What should I have be ready before I hire an event decorator?
Your event type, your event location, your event date. Um, and if you don't have a specific venue in mind, at least the city that it will be in so that we can gauge what we need to do. And just a general idea of what you like the theme.
Excellent, excellent. Boom. But folks, that's people are asking. Now, if they didn't answer your question in that little segment, that's okay because they're available to answer you. Just get in touch with them. You can DM. Now, if you're listening, if you're planning something big, now you know what to ask and you know what to look for. Okay. Now, we just covered what people are asking when they're stressed, they're hurt, not sure what to do. Now we're going to shift gears because next, we're going to ask these are the questions that people should be asking. And what's the difference?
Mm.
See, the right question at the right time can save you months of frustration, wasted effort, and bad advice. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask these ladies a couple of quick questions that you, as viewers and you thinking about hiring an event decorator, should be asking your potential vendors. Okay. Who went first last time? Anajae went first, so I guess Lexi, you're on the hot spot. What exactly is included in your services? And kind of, and the same token, what's not? Why don't you kind of expand on that?
Okay, so from start to finish, our experience with the client, what's included is um, basically a consultation. So, the consultation, we get to know you, what your vibe is, what the aesthetic you're going for is, what your vision is, what you're looking for, what you like, what you don't like, what your budget is. So, sort of those basic initial questions. So through the consultation, we have those conversations, we figure out your vision. With that information, we create a mood board. So that's included. Next, you'll have a mock up. The mock up is how we graphically show you what the vision would look like. And then from there, we are sort of like your personal shopper. We acquire all materials. We do all the research on how to make the vision come to life. After we get the materials, we create, we DIY, we do all of that, we design. And then day of, so we do all the preparation. Then day of, we do the full installation. And then we come back after you have celebrated your moment and tear down. So we clean everything up and then we're on our way.
More involved than I thought it was. What is the short version? What's included in your services and what not?
So
Anajae?
what's included is, sorry, I'm having brain fart. What's included is a consult. So we do those questions again: where, when, what do you want it to look like? And then we'll go into an inspiration board, and then we'll go into basically like a rough draft of what it will look like in person for you. Then we'll shop, we'll do everything, do the preparation. We get there, set it up, you celebrate, then we come back, take it all down. As far as what's not included, just depends on how much you'd like to do and what your budget is, because we can basically do it all for you. We can be an event planner or we can be your event decorator. So I wouldn't say that there's not much that we wouldn't do for you guys.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting.
I'm cooking.
On the day of the event, who's actually responsible for what? I mean, who does, what do I got to do? I guess is my question.
Just to prove what it looks like after the fact. On day of the event, we basically have everything planned out already. When we are coordinating with you the entire time, we walk you through everything. This is what the exact tables will look like. This is what the backdrop will look like. This is what your welcome sign will look like. And these are the treats that you're getting. So we basically just need your seal of approval when it's all done. If you want like the backdrop in a specific place, as long as it sets in that place and we can get it to stay and stabilize and stuff like that, you can have it wherever you'd like, as long as it follows venue rules and stuff like that. So you basically just okaying everything that we went through to finalize and make sure that we're all good and we're all in contact. You're happy, we're happy. Is basically all we need from you is your okay and your yes at the end of the day and your seal of approval.
Excellent. Excellent. And now, can you sum that up for me, Lexi? On the day of the event, who's actually responsible for what?
We are responsible for pretty much everything. As long as ahead of time we've already confirmed what the layout is, which usually we have done ahead of time, then all we need you to do is to make sure that someone, usually someone from the venue, is there to let us in, to allow us to do our work, and then give us your seal of approval. Enjoy your time.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, one more question here for you. And have you done events like mine before, not just events in general? So now, obviously, that you would have to know that event. So I'm not sure that that's a good should ask question.
Well, I can say, like Anajae touched on earlier, we've done all types of events and we are also in queue to do a bunch of new events as well. So we're currently planning a wedding, which is new for us. We haven't done a wedding before. And then we are having our first big bridal shower. And those are for two different clients, ironically. So that, along with all of the events that we have done, which has been like the grad parties, the baby showers, the birthday parties, and the birthday parties range from first birthdays to 50th birthdays. They range from superhero themes to Great Gatsby galas. So and we are capable of doing any type of event, small to big, really luxe and extravagant, or costumey, and the more fun ones like the bright colors and cotton candy machines and snow cone machines. We really can do absolutely any type of theme and any type of event.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, let's do this one. So I'm gonna put, who am I putting on the hot seat this time? Right. Now, so this will be our last one here. This is our last should ask question, and this one's going to be for Anajae. How do you communicate leading up to the event?
So we've done like FaceTime calls, phone calls with clients. We've done just texting back and forth. Personally, prefer the FaceTime or the physical phone call because a lot of stuff gets misconstrued between you and the client. You're using a bunch of terms that they don't know. And so it's like, okay, let me backtrack. I'm speaking as decorator right now. Let me sum it back down to just a regular person just trying to get their event done. But we've done emails. A lot of people, like some people's work schedules just like don't align. So messaging, texting, calling, anything, any form of communication, we can really get our point across with everyone. It
Hmm?
all just depends on what your schedule is, what your availability is. But definitely communication is like one of our number ones because a lot of things you get misconstrued, and we've had clients that are like, I like this and this, and we're like, okay, great, and then they were like, no, I actually liked this small little piece in the background of that picture that you showed me, not that full actual focal point. And we're like, oh, okay, great, let's reset everything then.
That, that changes everything.
True story.
Just
True
kidding.
story.
True story.
That sounded like the voice of experience. Awesome, awesome. So, let's put it in a nutshell, Lexi. How do you communicate leading up to the event?
Whatever your preferred method of communication is, we can accommodate. We prefer phone calls or FaceTime, but whatever your preference is, we are here for you.
Awesome. Great answer, huh? You're getting good at this. By the end of the show, you'll be a professional. All right, folks, that right there, that's gold. If you're listening and planning a party or an event, these questions alone will save you time, energy, stress, no matter who you hire. All right. And those are the questions that change outcomes, not just the answers. So here's the thing: the way someone answers those questions usually comes from experience, not textbooks. And I think you can tell from our conversation that these ladies have the experience. All right. Okay, folks, we've been talking business now for a while. Now, what we want to do on Voice on Main Street, kind of get personal for a minute, because people don't just book a company, right? They book the humans behind it. So I'm going to hit you both with some fun, real questions. Quick answers are perfect. If one of you wants to jump in on the other's answer, go for it. Um, so, Lexi, what's something most people would never guess about you?
I think people I think people who don't come in contact with me very often don't know that I'm actually really goofy. I just like to have fun, and I'm also very emotional. So they make fun of me a lot because I cry for everything. Yeah, you see her face. Yep. I cry for everything. I do, but it's just because I love to see people joyful. I love to see love. I love to celebrate, and I make every little moment a big deal. Some people find it very annoying. Some people find it very endearing. You know, depends on who you are.
Listen, all right, Anajae, what would people never guess about you?
I think that people don't realize that I'm as young as I am. Say, I'm only 21, but mentally, I'm a solid like 65. Honestly, I've lived a lot of lives. And I think just my upbringing, I was like forced to be more mature than like I needed to be at that age, which I mean helps me now 'cause it's great, whatever. But people like double back and they're like, wait, you're only 21? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still a kid, but I'm like stressed that I don't have like 4 houses owned already. It's fine.
She often
Sure.
identifies as 38.
I,
That's a true story.
I
There
do
you go.
identify as 38. I do. If you ask me, I'm 38.
So Anajae, well, when you're not working, what's your reset button? What do you do? You recharge.
It's always working.
I'm always working. I'm currently looking for a recharge actually, but I am always I'm always working. My recharge is really my family, my daughter and my boyfriend and my dog and just sitting at home and watching a movie or something like that. When I get my recharge, that's a slight recharge and then I'm like, "Wait, now I have 12 other things that I have to do because I sat here for too long recharging."
Yeah.
I can relate to that. All right, Lexi. So when you're not going, what's your reset button,
She needs one.
Lexi?
I, did she hear her say she needs one? She's silly. I do need one. So I don't currently have one. I have a hard time sitting still. We have an event in April, and I was painting a welcome sign for it because I don't like to sit still. I think my recharge is kind of in taking on more, honestly. I just like to keep moving.
Oh wow, that exhilarates you. Yeah, I can see that. Well, while I have you on the hot seat, what do you love most about working with each other?
No.
Uh-oh.
So
I hope you guys like working together.
I do want to say I think that we are individuals who traditionally we have like our social meter runs out really fast traditionally, right? So if I'm out at a social event, I kind of hit a peak where I'm like, okay, whew, I gotta get out and recharge my battery. I think that she's the same way, but I do find that even when we're in high stress situations and might get a little snappy, we come back to like centering each other in a way. It's weird. She centers me in a way that a lot of other people don't, and that I've found. Not everybody can work together, and I think that we work together really well. We balance each other out. We have different personalities that kind of like yin and yang with each other, but they
Mhm.
go together really well. And then once we hit our breaking points and our stress levels are really high, we kind of just get goofy.
We're just
And
melting.
that's how we survive it together. But we make magic. We make magic every single time. Like I could not be more proud of us.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And Anajae, what do you like about working with Lexi?
Nothing. No, so
Nice.
honestly, like we have like the same brain. And so now we're at the point where it's like, oh, I have to do this. And then the other one's like, oh no, I already cleared it, already did it. And like she said, she does ground me when I'm like having my moments and she's having her moments. And we have bat signals quite literally for each other. And
Super.
she pushes me and challenges me in ways that like I didn't know I needed to be pushed or challenged and things that I didn't know I could do. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I signed us up for X, Y, and Z. We're doing this for the event." And I'm like, "Never did that before." And she's like, "I know you got it." And then I kill it. And I'm like,
Kills it.
"Okay, take a couple
Excellent.
years off my
Awesome.
life, but we made it happen." But I think we just work so well within each other and we've gotten so close to each other. And obviously, our kids are always together, and it's amazing. We're like raising three little besties together at the same time as they're jumping us and we're trying to work. But I think we're a good yin and yang, like she said, and our personalities kind of just go like this through each other. And it's honestly like great partnership. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna kill her. But then it's like, okay, wait, I have to call Lexi because we need to do X, Y, and Z. And we just found this for the kids. And it's like, well, I'm not talking to her because she's stressing me out. But then it's like, wait, I need to call
But
Lexi. She's
wait,
my
do we
only
need to have
friend.
a kids date today?
Like, I'm not talking to you business wise, but can we get the kids together?
Solid.
Oh, I love that.
Felt.
And I think that's why people connect with you guys. It's not just what you do, it's who you guys are.
Yeah, and we
All
keep
right.
it real. There's no, we can't fake it till we make it because then we can't remember what we were faking. So what you get is just us.
Yeah, the
What
real
you say?
deal, right?
Just Ron uncut.
Yeah. Hey, and that's what this show is all about. It's Voices on Main Street, real people, real conversations. Well, now we come to one of the fun parts of the show, and we call this the local loop. Now, what's going to happen is so we're going to spin the wheel, right? And there's six different places it could land. It could land on a love drop, and that gets you, the viewers, a special offer from the three moms. If it lands on local lift, they're going to boost the local business in the local community. If it lands on pro tip, they're going to give you an inside tip for decorating your next event. If it lands on behind the biz, we'll get maybe a little information on how they get started in the business. There's a curveball cue. That's where I literally make up a question right there. So be prepared because I'm not prepared. All right. And if it lands on the bombs push, that's the Voices on Main Street family push. And that's we're gonna get you guys to do something. So
Um,
all right, here we go. Cheese is spinning. What's it gonna land
Yes.
on? All right, dun dun dun. It looks like Curveball Q.
Oh, come on.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
I get
sorry.
to make up a question. All right. Well,
Okay.
actually, a question I do have is how did this get started? How did three moms come to be?
we ask ourselves this every time.
We circle back to this every time, especially when we're stressed. We're like, whose idea was this? um, but I think we were starting to plan. So we had kids the same year. Her daughter is just a couple of months older than my second son. So we were planning first birthdays. We started talking about that. We had a Mother's Day coming up, and it was her first Mother's Day, and it was not my first Mother's Day, but it was still as important to me. And then so we had all these parties coming up, and we were trying to help each other figure out how to do them. And then as we were doing it, we were actually really good at this and we really like it. And we were both in transition periods. I wasn't working and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. So it's like we both had this period of time that was really new for us and trying to figure out what we wanted to do next and what our dream was. And this kind of happened.
Yeah. Suddenly, like, we need to pick a group name. And we
Yeah.
were three moms go.
Yeah.
And actually, we got randomly assigned Easter from our grandmother.
Yes. Yes.
And she was like, you guys have to figure out everything for Easter this year. And we were like, wow, okay, sure. And we just started making arches and stuff. And we were like, we kind of rock. Like, let's keep this,
Yeah.
let's keep the good vibes
Yeah.
going. And everyone's like, you guys have a business? And we're like, yeah, totally we do. And then
Absolutely.
suddenly we had a business.
And business cards and clients. And then we were there.
Wow,
Yeah,
we're
there you
actually
go.
legit now.
Well, so we have the grandmoms to thank for this, huh?
Shout out to Nana.
Or blame.
Also blame Nadine.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's quick, it's real, and that's straight from the source. All right, folks. This is one of my segments, and I know this was probably before your time. I know it was before Anajae's time.
Okay.
We call this segment "Time to Make the Donuts." All right. Now, this is the part of the show where we're literally going to help turn today's conversation into real opportunity for our guests. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to read a few promotional opportunities that we've written. And I want you both to listen, all right? Because what you're going to have the option as is to, one, determine who's going to read it when we figure out which one, and you're going to determine which one we should read. At the same time, we're going to ask our viewers to decide which one they like and to put in the comments. So now we're not going to know until later. Your show is going to air the end of February. So you folks that are watching this is probably right after Valentine's Day. Shucks, we missed them. You could have called these girls for that. All right. Now, what I want you girls to do is you want to listen to the three options, or do you have your own option if you want? And decide which one that you want to do. And we're literally going to record it on air. Now, I can record it or you can record it, whichever we want. And we're going to use that to promote your business later. Now, the three options are this. This is the first one. It's kind of a clear value. It's stress relief. In 3, 2, 1. If you're planning an event and feeling overwhelmed by the details, Three Moms Co. offers professional event decorating and planning designed to take the stress off your plate. Based in New Bedford and Providence, they service the greater surrounding area, helping turn your ideas into a polished, memorable event that you can actually enjoy. Option 2, more visual impacting experience. From birthdays to baby showers, weddings to corporate events, Three Moms Go creates an event designed to feel intentional, elevated, and unforgettable. Serving New Bedford, Providence, and the greater area, they combine creative decorating with thoughtful planning so every detail feels right. And option 3, we're building education and trust here. 3, 2, 1. When it comes to events, decorating is only part of the picture. Planning is what makes everything run smoothly. Three Moms Co. provides both event decorating and event planning, helping clients avoid last-minute stress and enjoy the moment instead. They proudly serve New Bedford, Providence, and surrounding communities. Okay, those are your three options. You can choose one of those, or you can have one of your own. What say ye, ladies?
One or two.
I like
On
the
you,
first
girl.
one. I like the first.
All right. And do you want to
Yep.
read it?
And
Or
I
you want
think
me
you
to
read
read
it
it?
fine.
I think you read it great.
I think you read it great.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. All right, folks. So those of you watching that chosen to do the first one, we're going to run through that one real quick. And then I want you to put in the comments which one you like. In 3, 2, 1. If you're planning an event and feeling overwhelmed by the details, Three Moms Co. offers professional event decorating and planning designed to take the stress off your plate. Based in New Bedford and Providence, they service the greater surrounding area, helping turn your ideas into a polished, memorable event you can actually enjoy. All right. Again, folks, if you're watching this, put your choice in the comments. You, Voices on Main Street family, get to choose their next commercial. All right. And that's today's time to make the donuts. Lexi and Anajae chose the message that felt right for Three Moms. And now we want to know what resonates with you. Comment on your pick. Pick which one. All right. And now it's a quick shout out to our sponsor. It's time for Voices on Main Street to make the donuts. All right. I just want to take a quick moment to tell you what makes Voices on Main Street different. If you're watching this episode, it's because you want real answers. And that's what Voices on Main Street is built around, asking the questions that people are already asking, whether they're typing it into Google, asking Alexa, Siri, or even your friends. These are the questions that matter before you spend your time, your money, or your trust. Every conversation you hear on this show is all about clarity, understanding how things really work straight from the people living and working right here in your community. And when you tune in, you're doing more than listening. You're helping shine a light on local voices, the local businesses, and local stories that deserve to be heard. So this conversation is helping you. Stick with us, and let's keep moving Main Street forward together. All right, back to the show. Okay, and we're back. All right, our next segment, folks. Okay, before we wrap, we always want to make sure we leave the audience with one more thing they can actually use or a business where they can lift up the local company, right? Lexi and Anajae, I want you to give me one local business that you respect. It could be a vendor, a venue, a photographer, caterer, anybody. And don't just name them. Tell people exactly what they should go buy or book from them.
So we actually partnered with this woman, Mercedes, and her company is called the Cootery Cart. And so she has basically like this little charcuterie cart where she can do like custom hot dog stand, a custom cake stand, a dirt cake stand, an ice cream stand, anything kind of like that. But it's like a cute, upscale, interactive part of your event that you don't see often right now. But we actually decorated her daughter's first birthday and she was amazing to work with. She was such a sweetheart and she'll be joining us for one of our events in the future. But she's a mom. She has two young kids, and I think that she really deserves to get the recognition that she deserves. She's amazing. She's super talented, and it's like such a cool little piece to add to your events that people are definitely like, "Wow, that's amazing." Like I don't see this often. So the Cootery Cart by Mercedes, you can find her on Instagram. She's amazing.
Oh, excellent. And where is she based?
Very cute and delicious.
Very cute and
Awesome.
delicious.
Awesome. And
I want to say she's based
She's
in Rhode Island.
yes,
okay.
yes,
Rhode Island
All
is.
right. All right. That's what
but
I'm
she
talking
doesn't shy
about.
away from traveling either.
Yeah, she doesn't shy from travel either.
Excellent. 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 Perfect. That's sounds like an excellent idea for a party. We're always looking for something new, right?
Hmm.
That's what this show's all about. Real clarity, real people, real community. So let's keep it moving. All right. Now, all right, voices on Main Street Family. This is the part of the show where we stop doing a traditional interview and we call it Flip the Mic because for a moment, I'm not going to be the one asking the questions. The reason we do it is simple. You learn about someone by what they ask and who they choose to spotlight. So we're going to give you three options. You can ask me a question about anything that comes up, business, life, mindset, anything. You can do a shout out. You can give love to somebody else deserves it, another mentor, a team member, or another local business. It's an open mic. You can talk about something that's on your mind, something to do with your business. You have 20 and 30 seconds that you can say anything you want, the community here, something real, something helpful, something you stand for. The microphone is yours, ladies. What do you want to do?
Do you want to ask him a question, Lexi?
It sounds like you do.
I want to ask you a
Yeah, let's,
question.
let's ask you a question.
Okay. So I think for us, we've had a few setbacks that have really, it could have like made us or could have broken us and hasn't broken us. But I want to know what your most major setback was that could have made or broken you, but obviously it didn't, to get you where you are today.
I like that.
Major setback. There's a whole bunch of those.
Still standing, still standing.
I got up this morning, man. A lot of my boys didn't. Yeah, that's like I say, it's hard to say which one. So let me more recent one. Um I think it's a setback that happens to us all, and that is a financial one, right? You know, there are things that we want to do, and you know, sometimes what's the old saying that I've got a champagne mindset with a beer budget,
Mm.
um, and what I found is that there almost always seems to be a workaround, right? And you ladies have already said you've had those setbacks, and it can seem devastating on the surface, but if you step back, and my thing is, I usually will sleep on it. Let me just and wake up in the morning, and I think my God's gift to me was the power of waking up every day with a whole new mindset. and always positive in that mindset. And it always seems to find a workaround, no matter what the setback.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what my advice to anybody would be, hey, you know what? If you get hit with something, step back, take a pause, look around, because there's a way around it. He always provides a way. Anyway, that's me. All right. Thank you for putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I,
We're returning
I
the
did.
favor.
I tried to shut up for a minute, but yeah, you didn't make that happen. All right. Excuse me. Okay. All right. We're coming down that home stretch. Before we wrap, there's always one thing that we do every single episode, and that's because the show is a relay. It's not a one-off. We're gonna pass the mic forward to the next guest. All right. So here's how this works. You ladies are about to leave a question for the next guest. You want to keep it open-minded, story-based, something that pulls a real lesson or a real moment or a real mind shift out of them. Try to avoid anything that can be answered yes or no, right? We want a question that makes them tell a story, something about growth, service, I don't know, leadership, community, resilience. I mean, you obviously know you put me on the spot with a good one. So you're up. What question do you want to leave for our next guest?
Do we have
Who's going to do it?
any hint to who the next guest is or what field they're in?
I usually don't like to
Okay.
say that because now I want you to do a question. I'm going to ask viewers to answer as well. So it's
Okay.
going to be. I do have our next guest. Actually, I just booked it this morning for Monday. Uh,
Nice. All
yeah,
right. Do
yeah,
you
yeah.
have one, Lexi?
I have one in mind, but I'm not crazy about it. I mean, my question is, and if you have a better one, we can go with that one. But my question is for whoever this person is, what do you see looking down the line when you're looking 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What is the goal of your business or whatever it is that you're working on, your passion? Where is this going? Or where would you like it to go?
Where would you see yourself in 5 years? Nice, nice, excellent. All right, Anajae, we get to do two. What would be your question?
Me too. Okay. Throughout your journey, what's one thing that fear prevented you to do that you regret not taking?
So, what was one thing that you could have done that fear prevented you from doing?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now you ladies got to choose which question.
I think we have good answers to both, honestly.
Yeah. I think you should just double it and pass it to the next people.
Yeah, it's a two-part question for the next person.
Okay, all right, there you go, folks. For those of you watching, I want you to put in the comments how would you answer the questions these ladies have posed to us today? All right. Love it, love it. Again, Tom's family, drop your comments in the end. What would your answer be? Okay. All right, boys on Main Street family. This is where we turn listening into action. Now, you just heard Lexi and Anajae share their story and their expertise. And now it's your turn to help carry that voice a little bit further. Now, here's how you can support Three Moms. You can like their content. You can share this episode. You can follow their page. You can subscribe to any one of their channels. The number one best way to help a local business is to leave a Google review. So if you've a customer and you've used the Three Moms, leave an honest review because it can change a business's trajectory. The best way to show love specifically for Three Moms is go to their Instagram, see one of the many pictures, and they have some beautiful ones. Find one that you like, that hits you, and share it with your friends. Share the beauty and the creativity that Lexi and Anajae had put together. Remember, our voices for the Voices mission. Pick a local rescue, like and follow, share a pet that needs to be a new home. See, because that's how this community lifts each other up. All right. Before we go, we want to say thank you to everyone who spent time with us today and supported the show and our guests. Now, if this conversation has encouraged you, To check out Three Moms or consider using their service when the time is right, they put together something special just for you. This is a mystery gift. It's a small thank you for listening, supporting local, and giving Main Street a shot. Okay, ladies, tell us what is the mystery gift is, and actually how do our viewers get it?
Our mystery gift is for your next booking, we are giving 15% off across the board. So for your total booking, you will have 15% off. What you need to do is give us code Jack when you book. So you can give that through Instagram. You can give that however you communicate with us to book for your booking. Just let us know that your code is Jack.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Thank
love
you.
the way you guys do what you do. You're always making things look fabulous. And, that's, we all want to feel fabulous and look fabulous. All right. Before we go, where can people find you, follow, reach out when that they want to work with you? What's your Instagram handle? Talk to us on how to best connect with you girls.
So every platform we have, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, we are all Three Moms Co. That's three as in THREE. A lot of people try to look for the number and it's not the number. Spelled out Three Moms Co. And there's four little balloons as our little logo. That's us. Give us a follow, a like, a comment, a share. Anything is appreciated. And we hope to see you all soon and work with you all soon.
Yes.
Lexi,
Book
anything to
us.
add?
Just book us. We're
Book
here.
Just
We're
book
ready
it.
to work. We are always available. And we have really unhealthy work ethic. So we are available all hours of the night sometimes. So it's really just whatever you need, we are here for you.
That is awesome, awesome. I love these days. One more thing, that came out, folks, in our pre-show chat that we have before we start recording, and I asked kind of about the three moms, and for you moms out there, you're that third mom. All right, so it's these two moms. They're ready to make your mom vision a reality. So perfect. We want to make sure that everybody's linked. Go out there, follow, share. Girls, thank you for being here. This was a great conversation. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
We did. Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the full story, bonus clips, and more conversations like this, visit us on mainstreet.com, voicesonmainstreet.com. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Voices like the one you heard today don't happen by accident. They're powered by local businesses who believe in showing up for their community. If you're a business owner who wants to be seen, heard, and trusted right here on Main Street, sponsoring Voices on Main Street, put your message in front of an engaged local audience that actually listens. Our sponsors aren't interrupting the conversation. They're private. Your business gets aligned with real stories, real people, and real community impact. Again, if that sounds like the kind of visibility you want, reach out to us and let's talk about becoming a sponsor. Thanks for being part of the Voices on Main Street family, and we'll see you the next time.